morning, guys! So, welcome to my channel! Charot! Joke lang. So, good morning po sa inyong lahat. So, today, I'd like to share with you a word from the Lord. I have decided na every day as I do my devotion, I'd like it to share to all of you para magkaroon po tayo ng inspiration for the day. Okay. I'd like to share with you, ito po yung isa sa mga tinuturo ni Bishop Arnold po every fire night. So, it's the story about King Asa or King Asa. So, ang title po ng preaching ni Bishop last Friday is You Cannot Be Successful Without Prayer, which is very true. Sobrang hindi po tayo magtatagumpay sa anumang bagay kung wala po tayong pagtitiwala at pagbibigay ng pananampalataya sa Diyos sa pamamagitan ng panalangin. So, prayer is very powerful. It is the secret weapon of every Christian. Kasi, when we pray, we trust in God, we entrust everything the Lord, and that is how we put our faith in God. We depend on Him to do miracles in our lives. Okay, so sa lahat ng area ng buhay po natin yun, we cannot be successful in everything without prayer. So, one of the examples po in the Bible, particularly in the Old Testament, in the book of 2 Chronicles, is the story of King Asa, or King Asa na lang, no? Since Tagalog naman po tayo. Ang galing, no? Starting in chapter 14 of 2 Chronicles, pangalan pa lang niya, talagang sa Tagalog po, umaasa na sa Panginoon siya, sa King Asa sa Lord. O, diba? Dapat ganun tayo. Hindi asa sa tao, hindi asa sa sarili, kundi asa sa Lord. Okay? Kaya, I remember, sabi ni Bishop, napaka-powerful po ng name natin. So, kaya, sabi niya, sa mga buntis, you have to be careful on what names you give to your kids. Kasi, syempre, yan na yung dadalhin nilang identity. And lahat talaga, merong, yung kahulugan kasi ng pangalan mo, it will manifest in your life. So, ako si Jaira, ayan. So, sobrang nagmamanifest sa buhay ko yung pagiging provider ng Lord. As in, I have never experienced yung kakulangan kasi the Lord always provide sa akin and sa family ko, and praise God. I thank God for my parents, for giving them wisdom and giving me a wonderful name that is manifesting in my life, and I am experiencing the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Talagang provision ng Panginoon in my life is overflowing. Okay, so ito po yung 2 Chronicles chapter 14. Samahan niyo po akong pag-aralan ito. Sabi dito, this is the early years of Asa's reign. Siguro some of you have already read or encountered or heard the story of King Asa, or yung iba hindi pa, it's your first time to hear about his story. So ito po yun. Let's read the word of God. When Abijah died, he was buried in the city of David. Then his son Asa became the next king. There was peace in the land for 10 years. Wow! Ang sarap naman ng ganon. Na yun yung legacy mo. Ang sarap yung, parang Lord, yun ang gusto ko. If people will look back to my history, sa story of my life, sa biography ko, Jaira, ganyan, ganyan, ganyan. And there was peace. Yung maganda yung mga pambungad ng storya mo. Pero, I'm praying na hindi lang sa umpisa or sa bungad or sa beginning maganda yung story ko. I want my story to start and end right. Diba? Sabi nga ng isang book. But if it's okay if your story did not start good. Basta it will end good and right. Kasi mayroon akong nabasa, it's not how you start, but it is how you finish. You need to finish strong. Like David, no? He finished strong, but he started well also. Okay din naman yun, no? That you start and end right. Pero kung halimbawa, experience mo sa buhay mo, hindi naging magandang start mo, but don't be discouraged. Don't be sad because God can make your ending beautiful. That's why He came, because He wants our ending to be beautiful. Okay? So, sabi dito, there was peace in the land for 10 years. You know why? Sabi ng verse 2, for Asa or Asa did what was pleasing and good in the sight of the Lord his God. Iba talaga po ang nagagawa ng pagsunod sa Panginoon. Yung paggawa ng mga bagay na nakaluluwalhati at nakalulugod sa Diyos. By the way, wala po tayong ultimate goal in life, kundi not to please people, but to please the Lord only. Siya lang. Si Jesus nga, His ultimate goal was to glorify God by doing whatever it takes. Katulad na lang po ng dying on the cross. Why? Because He wants to please His Father. So, same with us po na children of the Lord. That should also be our ultimate goal, to please God. Kasi, when we please God, everything good, all the blessings will follow. Just like what happened to King Asa, grabe. There was peace in the land for 10 years just because of one man, just because of one king, just because of one leader, because their leader fears the Lord. Kaya napaka-importante, ito po sa atin sa church, we always pray for our leaders as God commanded us po to do so also sa praying for our leaders, praying for those who are in authority. Why? We always pray for godly leaders. Sabi nga po ni John Maxwell, everything rise and fall in leadership. So lahat nakasalalay sa pinuno. So kung ang pinuno po natin ay katulad ni King Asa, na nakaasa lang, or ni King Asa, nakaasa lang sa Panginoon at walang ibang gusto kundi ang malugod at maluwalhati ang Diyos. So, wow, imagine yung kinasasakupan niya. Imagine our nation, imagine our country, imagine yung place na kinabibilangan mo. If you have a God-fearing leader, wow, you will live a peaceful life. There will be peace in the land because the Prince of Peace, and that is Jesus Christ, is reigning in every heart. Ang galing ano po. So that's the secret. Kaya may peace po si King Asa or si King Asa kasi nga he did what was pleasing and good in the sight of the Lord. Because he knows or he knew that alam ng Lord lahat, nakikita ng Lord lahat. So, kailangan ilagay po natin sa isip natin yun that God sees everything. Because He is all-knowing. He knows everything that is happening. His eyes are running through, di ba? Tama ba? Basta yun, may verse na gano'n. Nakatunghay ang Lord sa lahat ng tao o sa lahat dito sa mundo. Tinitingnan niya kung anong ginagawa natin. So, maganda. Siyempre, kung alam mo may nakatingin sa'yo, alam mo kaya nga may CCTV ngayon eh. para maging conscious ka sa ginagawa mo. But there are times, nalilimutan mo, ay may CCTV pala. And then, natatawa ka na lang or nahiya ka na lang sa nagawa mo na. Okay? Pero si Lord, His eyes are watching over us 24/7. So, mas maganda, our lives are pleasing to Him. Okay? So, ituloy po natin. Sabi ng verse 3, He removed the pagan altars and shrines. He smashed the sacred pillars and cut down the Asherah poles. He commanded the people of Judah to seek the Lord, the God of their ancestors, and to obey His law and His commands. Grabe! Yung tribe of Judah na pinamumunuan niya, he's really a good leader, a God-fearing leader, and he really brings his people to the Lord. Kasi ito po, kasi syempre when you're the leader of a nation or of a tribe and may authority ka, you can command or demand to them anything that you want. You can lead them to wherever you want them to go. Ito, grabe, He led them to Jesus. He led them to the Lord. Kasi He commanded the people of Judah to seek the Lord. During those times pa naman, they really they really respect the leader, they really honor the leader, they really obey what their leaders say. Talagang sumusunod po sila. So, grabe, ang galing. Minsan when we are given an opportunity to lead lead someone or lead a certain group po, or for example, you're a boss ka sa kumpanya nyo or manager ka, you can take that opportunity na i-share yung word ni Lord or ibahagi or to bring them to Jesus, diba? Kasi hindi naman sila tatanggi. Oo lang po sila. Okay? So sabi dito po, He commanded the people of Judah to seek the Lord, the God of their ancestors, and to obey His law and His commands. Grabe. Kaya naman, the Lord was really pleased sa Kanya. And verse 5 po, Asa also removed the pagan shrines as well as the incense altars from every one of Judah's towns. So Asa's kingdom enjoyed a period of peace. A period of peace. Grabe. How many of you wants to enjoy a period of peace? Diba? Tayo, lalo na famous po sa Miss Universe, we want world peace. Diba? Yan ang mga advocacy natin. Yan yung mga ginugusto natin. Yan ginugol natin. Of course, lalo na po ngayon, may mga recent news about possible magkaroon ng World War III, but we are praying that the Lord will not allow it. It won't happen in the name of Jesus. But we are aiming peace, diba? That's why if you want peace in the world, we need to let the Prince of Peace, we need to let Jesus, our peace, to rule the world. And it will only happen if we allow Him to rule our world. First, our heart, diba? It starts in our heart. Let Jesus rule over our hearts. And kapag si Lord yung nagro-rule, ay nako, pag lahat ng tao may Jesus sa puso, may peace ang buong mundo. Praise God. Sabi po dito, verse 6, during those peaceful years, grabe, ilang beses pong na-emphasize dito yung peace, yung peaceful years. He was able to build up the fortified cities throughout Judah. No one tried to make war against him at this time, for the Lord was giving him rest from his enemies. Ay, grabe. Sino dito gusto mo na mapahinga sa mga persecutors mo, sa mga umuusig sa'yo, sa mga tumitira sa'yo, sa mga nang-aapi sa'yo, sa mga nang-aaway sa'yo, kahit wala ka nang ginagawa. Now I understand the importance of peace on earth. Kasi, tamo, during those peaceful years, he was able to build up fortified cities. Kasi kapag walang kumukontra sa'yo sa isang bagay, may peace lahat nag-a-agree. Kapag may peace on earth, everyone is in harmony, everyone is in agreement, lahat mabait, lahat supportive. So walang kumukontra. That's why si King Asa po, he was able to build yung fortified cities, yung malalaki, matitibay, talagang, kasi noon, ang buildings naman, hindi katulad ngayon. Diba noon talaga, ang kakapal ng pader, talaga. So, matitibay po talaga. So, hindi mo yun mabibuild ng maayos at mabilis kung may mga kontrabida ka, kung may mga away-away, ganyan, o may gustong gumyera o tumira o umatake sa'yo. So, that's why. So, if we're living a peaceful life, we can build a happy life. We can build a happy home. Diba? Kung mga walang kontrabida sa paligid natin. So, ang galing. And dito po, no one tried to make war against him at this time, for the Lord was giving him rest from his enemies. Ay, grabe. Sino gusto makapahinga? Yung saratratan sa Facebook, saratratan. Nako, you want God to give you rest from your enemies? You live a life pleasing to Him and a life that is good at His sight. Diba? Praise God. And sabi po ng verse 7, Asa told the people of Judah, let us build towns and fortify them with walls, towers, gates, and bars. The land is ours because we sought the Lord our God and He has given us rest from our enemies. Grabe. If you're pleasing the Lord, you will have possessions. Provisions, possessions. Kasi the land is ours. Kaya you are free to do whatever you want, to build anything you want. Kasi nga, sa'yo na yun. Binigay na ng Lord sa'yo because you sought the Lord. Because you're seeking God. Kaya nga, sabi ng Matthew 6:33, I know this is a famous verse for all of us. Ang sabi niya, if you seek God first, seek His kingdom and His righteousness, all these things shall be added unto you. All these things shall be given. Kaya, praise God. During the time of King Asa, the tribe of Judah lived a peaceful life and they are enjoying God's provision and they were entrusted so much possessions, diba? So, sabi po tuloy po natin. So, they went ahead with these projects and brought them to completion. Wow, I love the word completion because last year, 2019, binigyan po ko ng opportunity ni Lord to share sa second service po dito sa Dream. And I was able to share to them God's word to me, yung binigay po ng Lord sa akin na that 2020, I made a research about the year 2020 and the Lord said it is a year of completion. Wow, praise God. And nandito na po tayo sa 2020 and I am excited. Actually, madami na po akong umpisa pa lang, nakaranas na ako ng year of completion. Sobrang completion, not just in material things or sa pera, hindi lang po yun, pero you feel complete, you feel whole, you feel content, you feel satisfied. That's the blessing that a priceless blessing po from the Lord. Amen. Tuloy po natin at chapter 14 lang aralin natin. Sabi ng verse 8, King Asa had an army of 300,000 warriors from the tribe of Judah, armed with large shields and spears. He also had an army of 280,000 warriors from the tribe of Benjamin, armed with small shields and bows. Both armies were composed of courageous fighting men. Once an Ethiopian named Zerah attacked Judah with an army of 1,000,000 men and 300 chariots. They advanced to the city of Maresha. So Asa deployed his armies for battle in the valley north of Maresha. So, meron na pong 300 plus 280, so 580,000 in total na warriors seeking Asa. Pero, yung isang Ethiopian po, na si Zerah, inatake niya po with 1,000,000 men. So, inatake po sila. So, na-outnumber sila kasi 1,000,000 po yung kalaban nila. Sila, 500,000 lang. Pero itong maganda, wag po kayong ma-intimidate sa dami ng kalaban mo. Lagi po natin naririnig, it's not how big your problems are, but it is who God is in the midst of your problem, or it is how big God is. Diba? And then sabi po dito, ito magandang ginawa po ni King Asa. Although, alam niya na outnumbered po sila, kaya nga, iba talaga when you depend on the Lord. And sabi ng verse 11, then Asa cried out to the Lord his God. See? Si King Asa po is not just calling out, he's crying out. Grabe, no? Kasi, desperate, when you are in desperate need of the Lord, hindi ka naman basta tatawag lang, hindi ka naman basta magpe-pray lang, hindi ka lang makipag-usap, but you will really cry out to the Lord in desperation because you know that you are in need of His move and of His power. Kasi impossible yung situation mo. Then Asa cried out to the Lord his God, "O Lord, no one but you can help the powerless against the mighty." Wow. Alam niyo po, every time we come to God, the Lord looks at our heart and the Lord looks at how desperate we are of the Lord, yung gaano tayo kakailangan ng Panginoon at paano natin ina-acknowledge si Lord at ang sarili natin. Sabi niya, "Oh Lord, no one but you, Lord, walang iba kundi ikaw ang makakatulong sa mga powerless." Because Asa knows, diba? He knew that wala silang kayang gawin, outnumbered po sila. So they are powerless, they are weak. Opo, pero si Lord, dun siya magaling eh. Dun po siya magaling. Yung He qualifies the unqualified. Yun nga eh, in our weakness, His strength is made perfect. Kasi, dun sa mga imposible, sa atin, sa tao, dun po kumikilos. Dun natin nakikita yung galing at kalakihan ka at kaya katindi ng kapangyarihan ng Lord. And sabi po dito, "Help us, O Lord our God, for we trust in you alone." Apaka halaga po nun that we confess and we recognize that we can only put our trust on God alone. It is in your name that we have come against this vast horde. O Lord, you are our God. Do not let mere men prevail against you. Because we know that when we call upon the name of the Lord will save us. So, ito naman, after crying out in desperation and acknowledging the only true God, the powerful God, and trusting in God alone, verse 12, sabi ng Lord, "So the Lord defeated the Ethiopians in the presence of Asa and the army of Judah, and the enemy fled." Grabe! Pag nagtiwala po pala tayo sa Lord, siya yung lalaban para sa atin. Grabe. So the Lord defeated. Hindi po sinabing Lord, sige, sugurin nyo, matatalo nyo yung mga yan. Kayo lumaban. No. It is the Lord who defeated. Because sabi nga po, it is God who will fight for us. The Lord is fighting our battles. We only need to take our stand, be still, and know who our God is. Asa and his army pursued them as far as Gerar, and so many Ethiopians fell that they were unable to rally. They were destroyed by the Lord and His army. Woo, hallelujah. And the army of Judah carried off vast quantities of plunder. Grabe, no? Nanalo ka na, humakot ka pa. So, grabe, ang ganda-ganda po. If you can take a minute to read it again po. Nako, napakaganda. You read it first hand. Ang ganda-ganda po. May the Lord bless the reading of His Word. Kaya, kapatid, chapter 14 pa lang yan. Ang ganda pa ng chapter 15. Ituloy po natin next time. So, asa lang tayo sa Panginoon. Let's just put our trust in the Lord. Whatever you're facing, if you're like the tribe of Judah, like King Asa, na you are facing a vast army, you are facing a great number of problems, there are many people against you, just trust in the Lord. I-pray mo yung verse 11, trust in the Lord, and acknowledge that you are powerless but the Lord is powerful, mararanasan mo ang verse 12, that the Lord will defeat all your enemies and you will gather plunder. Wow! Happy 2020 po. God bless everyone.